Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Caitlin Clark is like no other athlete we have seen, whether it's Tiger Woods, whether it's Michael Jordan, it does not matter. She has smashed another record that is purely about fandom. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And of course, shout out to the 19. Here it is again, another trading card record. I don't know that this one will be broken anytime soon. The record was recently set not that long ago by Caitlin Clark with a card that went for $366,000. You heard that correctly, folks. $366,000. And yet, Caitlin Clark's flawless logo woman, one of one, of course it's a one-on-one auto, has just set the record for the highest selling WNBA card in history, selling for $660,000. You heard that correctly. $660,000. The next one, which was the record, was $366,000. I hope these are people who just have money to throw away and they want it because they want it and not because it is an investment. Although, based on everything I've seen, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe they'll flip it for 1.3 million in a year, but that is a lot of money to spend on the card of someone an athlete in their second year of their career. I don't think you're spending that for an investment, but like I said, you never know. They may very well flip it, but I think if you're spending $660,000 for a Caitlin Clark card, you probably have the money to spare and you are simply buying it because you want to have it. It is the only one in the world like it. Absolutely insane. And I think I believe that was someone correct me if I'm wrong. That was her point total last year, right? Just points, like not points and assists, was 769 points, I believe, which is why that is on there. I don't know if Caitlin Clark just added that or if that was for the card that she was supposed to put that in there or not. But Caitlin Clark, 769 points and counting. So obviously that was after her rookie year. But yeah, this is absolutely insane, these numbers. So that went for 660,000. The previous one, the 2024 Panini Prism WNBA Signatures Gold Vinyl Autograph, 366,000. That was not that long ago, although it feels like forever ago. I was actually back at the end of March. We had another Panini Select WNBA Signatures Gold Vinyl Autograph that went for 234,850 in December of 2024 with Gold Line Auctions. This was another one of a kind, obviously graded Gen Mint 10 of 10, graded by PSA. There was also then February earlier this year, Panini Select WNBA Gold Vinyl Prism that went for 105,000 and change. I think like 300 and some. And those I think all the ones that were at least six figures. There were a couple of close ones as well. Back in December again, there was a Panini Select WNBA Signatures Black Finite Prism 101 with went for $97,600. I think there was another one. Hold on, let me look at. I have a list here of some. Okay, there's another one that in October that also went for almost the same amount, 97,212, which was a Panini Instant Rookie of the Year Blue, and on and on and on. So Caitlin is absolutely one of one. She is a phenomenon, the likes of which we have not seen. Except, I mean, you could go like Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan. I think there's some things with Caitlin Clark that make her unique in that respect, something we're not going to see for a while. I know a lot of people like to talk about, oh, we've got these other stars, and we talk about how Paige Beckers is popular and Angel Reese is popular, and then you've got Juju coming in, all this. And this is not a criticism of them in any way, shape, or form, but they are not Caitlin Clark. They are not in Caitlin Clark's universe when it comes to popularity, when it comes to draw, when it comes to fandom. Fan, short for fanatic. We have absolutely seen that with Caitlin Clark and her fan base in every single way because they turn out. It is not just buying these cards at auction. It is attendance records in person. It is TV records. With the All-Star game last year, 3.44 million. Blanking now is what, 2 point. It lost 36% of its audience this year when Caitlin wasn't watching, and it would have been a lot worse if Caitlin wasn't on the sideline coaching because a lot of people tuned in just to watch that, and that is my point. Even after the win against the Aces last night, there was just as much, if not more, conversation around what Caitlin Clark was doing or not doing on the sideline as there was about the game. And that has been repeatedly going on for her injuries. This is simply the type, she is a draw in a way that cannot be explained, that just, it's hard to wrap your head around it at times, what she brings to the game of basketball and what she means to a lot of people above and beyond the game of basketball, right? Like Caitlin has a fan base not just because of her basketball. Obviously, that's what got them there, but a lot of other things keep them there. You can think of star players in the NBA, okay, or whatever sport is your sport that you might know, football, soccer, whatever it is. Try and give me, and let me know in the comments below. Give me the names of these players where people are actually tuning in. They're injured, but people are tuning in simply to watch them on the sideline. I'll wait because I got to tell you, I personally can't think of any other athlete who has that. Jordan didn't have that. Maybe the way it's set up, you couldn't really have that. I was going to say maybe there was a time where if Tiger Woods was injured, but he was at an event, but an individual sport, that didn't happen a lot anyway. But you just simply don't have athletes in sports that have that type of draw. Simone Biles, another huge name, another athlete. People are not going to gymnastics meets if Simone Biles is injured to watch Simone Biles on the sideline. People are not. And going back to the athletes of now, Paige, she doesn't draw the attendance. Why would Dallas not be playing in the bigger arena all of the time if she did? Same thing with Angel Reese. She doesn't draw like that. None of these players, none of these athletes draw like that. And I think, again, this needs to be understood by the WNBA in terms of how they're treating Caitlin Clark as they move into the CBA negotiations, because it's going to have a big impact. There's going to be a fight behind the scenes of, hey, all of this stuff, this is because of Caitlin Clark. And if Caitlin Clark is no longer playing in the WNBA, it all disappears. So we cannot give you this, this, and this. And of course, the flip side is the players will be, well, look at these numbers that have nothing to do with Caitlin Clark and how much better they are. And because of those, we deserve this, this, and this. And that is where the battle is going to be. And I think the league, in terms of the players on the player side, they need Caitlin Clark back, because when Caitlin Clark's back, the rest of the league does draw more, and then that gives them more leverage in their negotiations. But if Caitlin Clark's not playing and Caitlin Clark's not being treated well, those fans are going to tune into everything else less. They're going to, the ratings for those are going to crash even more, and that gives leverage to the WNBA. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this because this is absolutely insane, the amount of money people just spent for a card like that. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. Really do appreciate you checking out this video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you later.